Okay, so as you know, I've been talking about this winch, and this, just so you know what it is, I didn't say this in yesterday's video. This is just a cheap Walmart 2,000-pound winch. It's nothing fancy. I think it cost $59 at Walmart, and I bought it online. And I've been wanting, well, I've been thinking about, or wanting, or whatever you want to call it, putting a winch on the Beast, the Craftsman lawnmower. And you know, I keep going back and forth in my head, should I, shouldn't I? Well, I think I finally found a good solid reason to put it on the Beast. And I told you this yesterday's video. I would be able to use it like a tow truck to tow lawnmowers around, you know, I'm doing on my other channel, lawnmower repair, and I can tow them around, lift up the back end and tow it around. And I've got this whole idea how it's going to work. Now, I looked it up today, and the winch uses 50 amps per hour, but the alternator on this only produces 30. So obviously there's not enough amperage to run the winch for an entire hour, because that's amps per hour is what it is, 50 amps per hour. But I do want to see if the lawnmower is capable, the alternator on the lawnmower is capable of running it for a couple of minutes, a few seconds. You figure I back up to a lawnmower and I'm going to lower the winch down. I'm going to pick up the winch 2 or 3 feet, and so we're only talking maybe 2 minutes runtime of the winch. Now, if I wanted to use the winch to tow the, you know, pull my lawnmower out of a tough spot, I would have to be aware of how many minutes I'm running it. Maybe I could run it for a few minutes, stop, let the engine catch back up, charge up. And this has a really good amp meter on it. It works really well right here. And right now it says 0. Now this only reads 15 amps. I'm not sure why it does that, because the alternator is specifically 30 amps. So unless it's converted, maybe it's 15 amps when it's converted into DC. But regardless, what I could do, and this happens when I start it, I'll start it and it jumps up to 15 amps and then it comes down to about 5, somewhere around 4 or 5 amps. So if I'm using that winch and it jumps up to 15, I run it for a couple seconds, I don't want to run the battery down, then I stop the winch and let that charge up for a bit until it comes back down to 5. So I just wanted to play with it and see how much juice it actually uses. So I've kind of hooked up my system, and this is exactly how I run it on the truck. Now I looked it up in the truck. Now I said this one's 30 amps. The truck is 150 amps. So with the winch being 50 amps, the truck can handle it quite well. And I've not really seen an issue with the truck. So this is how I hook it up all the time to the truck. I pop the hood and I run the battery cables to the battery, run the battery cables up to it, and then I just remote it in and out. So the only difference what I'm going to do now is hook it up to the Beast. So hopefully I'll be able to hook the winch up to the Beast and drag it. I want to try to drag it, see if it'll drag up to the truck and then just stop. That's as far as I would drag it. So let's see how it does. So to repeat myself, that's about 5 or 6 amps after I started it. the winch. So it didn't take long for it to recover. That's the whole point I wanted to try. I'm going to show you that I did have the brakes locked. So now I'm going to use the lawnmower to stow the cable. Actually handling it quite well. That was 3 amps, so that means as we've been doing this, the battery has been charging on top of using the winch. Now you got to remember, the PTO of the lawnmower that spins the blades uses electric, so it has to be a high amperage alternator. It's actually a stator voltage regulator combo. So I think that's going to work, and so I'll go ahead and get everything put away real quick. I should have looked it up before I came out here to make the video, but I think the lawnmower weighs 800 pounds. 800 or 900 pounds. It's a garden tractor, it's a heavier one. And then we have the brakes that were locked. So it was really getting up there, probably 1,600 pounds on the pull force, all from the lawnmower battery. And the battery continued to charge. I don't know how much you could hear what I was saying, but we started out, after I started it at 6 amps, the stator was producing 6 amps. As the battery charges, the amperage will drop because it doesn't need any more amperage. So the voltage regulator starts shutting off electric to the battery. It doesn't need it. So when we ran the winch, it was keeping up, obviously. I mean, I didn't go over there and I wasn't able to look at the amp meter as I was pushing the button, but my assumption is it would jump up, and as soon as I would let go of the button, the battery was getting back to being charged. I also was keeping an eye on that it didn't drop to zero. If it had dropped to zero, then that would have told me that we burned up the stator, and the next step would have been we'd have burned the fuse. So since we're still producing some amps, it means the battery was charged, and the only thing that was taking electricity was the carburetor solenoid, because when you turn the engine on, the solenoid comes down on the carburetor, and an electric magnet holds that down. So it's working. That's perfect. Now, I wouldn't work it typically that hard. Typically, like I said, I'm just gonna make a tow truck out of it. But if the beast got stuck, or I needed to pull a tree log, I could run it just for a couple minutes at a time. You're not supposed to run these very long anyways. And with it being such a cheap one, like a Walmart brand, I don't think I want to push it anyways. I think that plastic piece broke. Yeah, it's broke. That's a bummer. Okay, so let's go ahead and disconnect the cable from the winch, because that's we don't want that to get ruined in the rain. It is a cheap one, and I don't see a reason why I should have spent a lot of money on a big expensive one if we're going to not use it that often. And I just don't need it for a lot of things except pulling lawnmowers. Maybe one thing we should do is test the battery just to make sure that it is charging. So since we got it uncovered, I don't like covering it up after I run it. I don't want the tarps to melt. We'll go ahead and take this voltmeter here, and that's all it does, is just reads volts. It's not fancy. You'll see here in a minute. All right, so we'll put the negative on the negative here. And then we'll put the and it says 13. So if I start it, it should jump up to 14. Okay, so that read 14 right on the nose. So it's working perfectly. It's exactly like it should be. So I think we did it. So if you click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I was working on something on my other channel. So hope I can inspire you to think it through so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.